everybody, I'm Jesse, and welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks. Metal Gear and Dolby already here. Hey guys, what's up, dudes? Yeah, uh, welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks Live. Saturday morning here. Uh, got the Christmas decorations behind me, ramping up for Christmas. Oh, okay, Dolby. Yeah, Metal Gear beats you by probably 3 milliseconds, dude. Yeah. Crab Man, what's up, Crab Man? You ain't got run over by any deer lately, have you? You know, it's that time of year, man, when Crab Man gets run over by by herds of deer, dude. And dude's got some bad luck with deer. Yeah, no cartoons. Well, I still honestly I watch Bugs Bunny and shit here on YouTube in the mornings a lot of times. But I just read this morning actually, so I haven't had time to research it, uh, find out whether it's 100% true or not. But most of the time I read this stuff, it is true along these lines, and it does track with our governor DeSantis. But I just read that DeSantis here in Florida, he passed some kind of law or something that prohibits digital ID. So he made digital ID illegal here in Florida. You can't get it in Florida. So I think that's pretty damn awesome. Tripwire, what's up, Trip? Raziel, hey, Raziel. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll give you a pass on that one, Roz. Ham pie and blackberry brandy, shit. Yeah, yeah. We don't blame you, dude. Yeah, well, you're right about that, Dolby. The whole world is a damn stage, dude. But that's one of the reasons I like living in Florida. Because of our culture and our laws and stuff. They earlier this year, DeSantis passed. I think he was the first state to do so, to pass the law against that geoengineering. Dumping shit in the sky above Florida. He made that like a class 3 felony or some shit. So yeah, it's illegal to fly over Florida and drop shit in the sky. Um, so, and he's done a couple more things that I can't recall right off the top of my head, but right in line with that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? That it's all conspiracy theory until states start passing laws against it. Then even it seems like even sheep would at least have a question. If it's so far out there, then why are states passing laws against this shit? You know. Rocker, what's up, dude? Glad to see you here, Rocker. Dog Karma, hey, Dog Karma. Turkey's almost gone. I don't know how much we have left. I'm about to put another dent in it. I've eaten big old turkey dinner. Well, 2 days in a row now. Today's gonna be the third one. I'm gonna yeah, me too, Rocker. I'll be eating turkey well until it's gone. I eat Thanksgiving dinner until there's no more Thanksgiving dinner left. I'll be I'll be stuffed here pretty quick sometime today. Oh yeah, me too, Crab Man. Yep, several pounds. Yeah. Well, they're gonna try, Dolby. They're gonna try, but it just depends on there are a lot of factors. How many people are willing to adopt it? How many because if 100%, just for the sake of argument, if 100% of the people in the United States just said no, no, we're not doing that, then they couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? It would. You can't. We are the United States. We are the economy. We are, So, yeah. But if each state in the United States says no, that's we're not doing that, then there's not really much to be done except by military force. I mean, they could roll the federal military in here and just take over the state government, but I don't know how that would pan out. You know what I mean? I don't know what would happen then. People in Utah and Montana would probably throw a fit, if the federal government rolled into Florida and just took over. So I don't know. Yeah, convenience is so alluring, Dolby, and I don't know how else to put it, but it's an insidious evil. It's um, it's straight up evil, because it's like heroin or something. Heroin's evil. It kills people. It destroys lives. So does convenience. But convenience is destroying society. I mean, the entire civilization is being destroyed by convenience, and we're just tracking right off the cliff like a bunch of sheep, and for the sake of convenience, giving up all of our freedoms, all of our rights, all of our dignity, everything, our ethics, our morals, everything, for the sake of convenience. So I really thought, you kind of believe that thing that you've heard your whole life, that money is the root of all evil. I'm beginning to think it's convenience. Yeah. Oh, okay. You finished all your leftovers already, Roz? Funeral potatoes. Yeah, yeah, it's exactly what it is, Dolby. It's like global heroin, but most people look down on heroin. Some people get addicted to it, but the mass portion of the population looks down on heroin. Not so with convenience. Think about it. Convenience. Well, what will you do? People steal for heroin. They'll trade anything they have for heroin. They'll whatever. It's the same with convenience. Give away all of their rights, all of their property, all of everything for the sake of convenience, because that to us, well, not to us, but sure as hell not to me, but to uh, the masses of the population, convenience has been sold to them as the end all. That's utopia, just complete convenience. I don't even have to get off my couch. I can work from home. Not only can I work from home, I can work from my bed. I can work from my bed. Just don't even have to get out of bed. You can just lay in bed all day. Have your food delivered to you. Just have your food put on your Roomba, and have your Roomba bring it in there to you, and you just reach down and pick it up and shovel it in your face, and go back to teabagging people on Call of Duty or whatever. That's just the ultimate. That's the goal of that's ultimate living now. So, and to me that would be hell. That if that sounds like hell to me. So no purpose in life, no goal, no growth, no all of the things that make us human are being stripped away by convenience. And then I mean, basically, we'll just be animals. We'll be robots or something. We won't be people anymore, striving to become better, striving to grow spiritually, mentally, physically, in every, to expand our horizons and shit. No, no, all that's gone for the sake of convenience. I don't get it. I don't get how anybody would even fall for that shit. Rocker, Metal Gear, Jeffrey Knox. What's up, Jeffrey? Glad to see you, Canada. Gotta love our Canadian neighbors up there. I bet it's cold up there, ain't it, Jeffrey? Rusty Dude, what's up, Rusty? My boy Rusty in the house. Yeah, oh yeah, snitching on their neighbors for daring to go outside and breathing fresh air, all that shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the society that they want, Dolby. That society they're trying to create where we're snitching on each other for doing just natural shit, for breathing, for daring to go outside, for, uh, it's dystopian in the extreme. Yeah, Teflon and shit. Yeah, all that shit can. Uh, the more I hear about all that shit, the more I just want to get back to basic, simpler times. Imagine now, back in the day, say 100 years ago, people people went out and worked, and they were physical, burned a lot of calories. Their diabetes was unheard of. Obesity was a very rare thing. Now imagine if they had kept that level of physical activity and that kind of food, just natural, just food that come out of the ground, or come out of the back of the cow or whatever, just real food. Okay, and then advanced medical technology. We'd be living to be 120 years old or some shit. The average life expectancy would be like 120 or something if they'd done that. But now medical technology advanced, but then we started eating all this bullshit. Everything's full of sugar. Food, the cigarette company found out how to make food addictive and basically poisonous. All this Teflon and shit and all this crap we're putting into our bodies. So our average life expectancy has gone down a little bit since I was a kid. So it's really insane when you think about it. Why people have allowed it to go in this direction? You know what I mean? Technology and all that. Why the hell? Why has it gone in this direction? We've at the very it's either the life expectancy, depending on what country you're in and stuff, but the life expectancy has gone down or stayed flat for the last 50 years because, as our medical technology has advanced, so has all this other shit, pharmaceuticals and the poisons in our food and all this other shit's killing us. So it's crazy when you think about it. Yeah, Jeffrey, yeah. Tech is screwing us completely. Yeah, and from every angle. Yeah, okay, Raziel, yeah. Yeah, we need purpose, dude. I'm not kidding. I'm not, being sarcastic or facetious or any of that shit. We need purpose. We desperately need purpose, just like Raziel said here. We are driven, and to take that drive away is self-defeating. You know what I mean? I honestly and wholeheartedly believe that we are on this planet. We are living these lives to grow, and in every sense of the word. Like I said, spiritually, mentally, physically, we're here to grow and to become more. Okay, so when you stagnate that growth, when you stop that growth at at 17 or whatever, 16, 15, and then we just have you're just a boy child playing video games at the age of 35 on your mom's couch. Uh, there, you number one, you can't be truly happy. A man, especially a man, well, women too, but in a different way. Women with families and children and stuff, but men um, uh, providing and protecting and creating and inventing, and all this shit's being taken away from us by AI and technology. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, crab man. Modern life has gotten way too soft and convenient. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Armored Ghost, what's up? Would I rather get up early or stay up all night? Oh, I'm an early bird. I don't know if I even have a choice anymore. I wake up early. I just wake up early. So, yeah, and that's the way I like it. Because a lot of times late at night, there's still noise and stuff, especially on the weekends. But early in the morning, it's dead quiet. Dead quiet. There's no traffic, no nothing. And I like silence, and I like sitting in silence a lot of times and just letting my mind work on things in silence. With all the distractions and the noise, it's difficult to do that. So yeah, and the morning, the wee hours of the morning are the earth is still, everything's quiet. You might hear an owl hoot or something, but that's it. Armored Ghost wants to get physical. Physical. Oh, all right, Jeffrey. You were a trucker down here? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Rocker. The microplastics, that's I read an article where they did autopsies of people with dementia and Alzheimer's and stuff, and they found a plastic spoon's worth, that much, not a plastic spoon, but that much weight in plastic in their heads, in their brains when they do. So they haven't directly linked that to Alzheimer's, but you know, uh, it can't help. It can't help. Metal Gear. Diabetes isn't rare in my family. But it on one side of my family. On the other side of my family, it is rare. It's never, nobody on one side of my family has diabetes. On the other side, there are a couple of people, but yeah, there is a lot to do with genetics in that too. A lot of the stuff we have is genetics, but I think that with good diet and exercise and stuff, we can stay healthy despite our genetics. In a lot of cases, because that's the way it used to be. That it wasn't. We didn't have rampant uh, epidemics of diabetes and shit. Back in the 20s, 1920s, and so there's something to that. It can't all just be coincidence. Yeah, Trip. That exactly. I do imagine living and eating natural. That's my goal. That is my goal. Uh, yeah, Metal Gear, Teflon. Well, it's supposed to be dangerous and unhealthy because it gets in your food. You're supposed to. The healthy thing is supposed to be cast iron, from what I understand, because you want iron in your food. It's good for you. Your body needs iron, and it doesn't harm you. A natural element that your body needs. So of course it's not harmful. You know, so if your body gets too much of it, it'll just excrete it out. You'll shit it or piss it out. But yeah, that's my ultimate goal, Tripwire, is to eat and live naturally. Yeah, on my own, and not depend on any institution, no government, no huge corporation. I don't want to be dependent even on the oil industry or any shit like that. That's my ultimate goal. That's what I'm striving for. Yeah, well, yeah, Raziel, that's what I'm doing. It's just taking a while. I'm working on it though. Yeah. Yeah, Metal Gear, like Olivia Newton-John. Yeah. Oh, vegetable oils, Armored Ghost. Yeah, nope. They don't exist in my house. Nope. I kn- I was one of those people who just didn't give a shit about what the science was saying back in the day. You know, I liked butter. I'd eat butter. If they had margarine there, I'd eat margarine. I didn't give a shit. I just didn't care. You know what I mean? I didn't believe that shit, but but at the same time, I had no reason to believe that that shit was harmful for you. But then as I've grown older, I've I've come to figure out that vegetable oils are bad for you, and so yeah, I don't, not at all. I don't eat shit that's cooked in vegetable oil if I can help it. Like Doritos and shit. You look at the back of the bag and it's cooked in vegetable oil. Nope, I don't eat that shit. I mean, once in a blue moon, I might eat a bag of Doritos or something. Don't get me wrong. I'm not completely, Jesus Christ religious about it. You know what I'm saying? But as a whole, I don't. I might eat some Doritos, one of those little bags once or twice a year, or whatever potato chip like that. That's cooked in vegetable oil, not necessarily Doritos. Yeah, avocado oil and olive oil, Jeffrey, or just beef fat, beef tallow. Yeah, yeah, crab man tallow. Yeah, that. Oh, you're talking about your family, Metal Gear. Okay. Yeah, many got rocks in their heads. Yeah, yeah. Olive oil is good for you, and I've seen studies about the benefits of olive oil, and olive oil is supposed to be really good for you. And that's what I actually make my own. Well, not completely my own, but I have the mix your own salad dressings, where you put your own vinegar and olive oil and water in it, and then there's just a little pack of seasoning you put in there and shake it up. That's the kind of salad dressing I use. That way, I've researched the brand of olive oil a little bit. I'm not super research guy when it comes to that stuff, but a little bit, just to at least have a fairly good idea of what I'm putting into my body. So I try to get good olive oil, try to get the good apple cider vinegar, and put the best stuff in my body that I can. And it seems to, that living that way seems to keep me pretty healthy. I don't go to the doctor very often, unless my wife makes me. But then almost all the time she'll make me go to the doctor, and then it'll turn out to be nothing. Ceramic coated pans? Yeah, ceramics might be all right. That's just like clay, isn't it, basically? Rocker? No, five. AF. We started at five. Cast iron, yeah, that's supposed to be the best, Rocker. Yeah, cast iron is supposed to be the best for your health anyway. Like I said, it leaches some of the iron into it, so that helps you. Ceramic coated pans, dog karma. It, I mean, ceramic is, we've been using ceramics for thousands of years, basically, haven't we? Yeah. Sorcery, Rusty. That's the key. Sorcery. That's the key to longevity. Yeah. Yeah, man. It'll make the water stain the hell out of your toilet. That's for sure. AF. Yeah. Shannon. What's up, Shannon? Good morning. Oh, okay. All right, Razio. Yeah. So you got to keep an eye on your iron. Yeah. Vampire goth gals, Raziel. uh, yeah, avocado. That's I've heard that. AF. My wife told me that avocado oil is better to cook with because it has a higher smoke point. Bucky, what's up, Bucky? Glad to see you here. Extra virgin olive oil and wagyu tallow. Yeah. See, that shit just sounds healthy. Those vegetable oils and stuff, they give you, after processing the vegetables into some other bullshit, they come up with this oil and then they market it as healthy, right? And and from my understanding now, today, sitting here today, they just lied to us for the last 30, 40, 50 years, what, 40 years probably. They just lied to us about animal fats and vegetable oils and all that shit, and got us to buy a bunch of bullshit that was unhealthy for us. Same thing with but the same thing. They did the exact same thing with whatever that opioid was that created the opioid epidemic. I don't know. I'm not real versed on all those drugs and shit. The one that Oxycontin or whatever. They did that. They marketed that shit as wonderful for everyone, and it created a bunch of heroin addicts, and a bunch of people died, and they don't care. They don't care. Just slaughter millions of people, but their profits went up. They got to make billions of dollars on Oxycontin. They got to make billions of dollars on vegetable oil. They don't give a shit. They do not care. I mean, absolutely do not care about us, our financial well-being, our physical well-being, our spiritual well-being. They do not care. It is the absolute bottom line, stock market ticker. That's all they give a shit about. Hema extra. What? I don't know if that. I don't think that's politically correct. You can't say that, Shannon. I don't think you can say that word. I'm not even going to try to repeat it. If I could pronounce it, because YouTube would probably ban me. You should be ashamed of yourself, Shannon. I don't know. Hema. I don't know. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. I guess it's a medical term because Shannon's probably a lot smarter than me. Oh yeah, the Corning cookware. Yeah, crab man. Stainless steel. Yeah, armored. Yep, that's good too. Yeah, Metal Gear. Yeah, that Wagyu tallow is a thing. Alchemy, Razio. Yeah. You're sorting some microplastics right now, Arnis. All right. Could become a Ken doll, huh, Roz? Yeah, he man can bend his elbows. You're right about that trip. This elbow here gives me problems. That thing hurts right now all the time. I've just gotten used to it now. My right elbow hurts. Yeah, Rocker. Yeah, they lie about everything, dude. Yep. Yep. Yeah, crab man. Yeah, they push that shit nonstop. They pushed all that margarine. You can't believe it's not butter bullshit. All that dog shit they pushed on us and told us it was good for us and told us that was what was healthy. And now it's coming out that it's not. They were lying the entire time. They were just lying, you know. And that's what people have to wake up to. They are liars. All of them. the government, the media, every corporation, they're liars. We're not tracking you. Google, Microsoft, all these. We're not tracking you. We don't. Oh yeah, well, yeah, we tracked you. We'll settle this lawsuit because we tracked you for just kick you a few $100 million for tracking you. Oh yeah, but no. Now we're gonna we just put a clause in our user license agreement. Well, you agree to let us track you, so now everything's okay. And all the people that got tracked, well, they'll still they'll still buy up Google and Microsoft shit. They'll still support those companies. Hey Jeffrey, thank you Jeffrey, I appreciate it, buddy. All right, well, have a good one, Jeffrey, up there in Canada. Stay warm, buddy. Don't freeze your toes off, man. Yeah. Mik- Mikolas Miko. I'm gonna call you Miko, dude, or chick, whatever. I think you're a dude. Market's just a couple of tech companies handing each other back and forth our money. Yeah, yeah, that's exactly what it is. And they shave a few off for to lobby the government, our politicians and shit. It's just it's once you go down, I say rabbit holes, but once you just um, shift your avenue of learning, right, and start learning what these scumbags are actually up to, what they're actually doing out of their own mouths, right? In real life, not conspiracy theory. I think they're doing, no, what they're actually doing. It's horrendous. Yeah. So there's no telling what's happening that we don't know about. You know what I mean? And all this shit with go down the kind of a side section. I don't mean to derail the entire conversation, but this whole thing about with the JFK files and the Epstein files and all this other shit. They won't tell us. Then they're gonna tell us, but they tell us nothing and all this stuff. All that shit stays hidden. No one ever goes to jail ever. They won't. Never have, never will. Uh, so that it's just the way it is. They hide shit. They deflect. They divert. And that goes with government, big corporations. They just literally get away with murder, you know. And go back to the Boeing whistleblowers. When was it? Earlier this year or late last year or something? The Boeing whistleblowers. Uh, yeah, they decide to blow the whistle on Boeing, and then shortly after, directly, just change everything and decide that life isn't worth living and shoot themselves in the head 3 times, sitting in the parking lot of whatever. And that's you've got to give them credit. I mean, honestly, Boeing whistleblowers are the toughest sons of bitches on the planet. Not just one, several of them. To shoot yourself in the head, okay, and do this and say, oh, that didn't do it. Shit, I got to do it again. But that hurt. Damn this though. It just ain't worth living. Bam! Do it again, and you're still. Holy shit! Is my gun broken? You know what I'm saying? What the hell, dude? Let me try the other side. Bam! Okay, finally. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough son of a bitch. So Boeing whistleblowers are like Superman level toughness, dude. Yeah, I mean, yeah, hard to kill. Some Steven Seagal shit, hard to kill. Yeah. So Boeing whistleblowers should be in the Guinness Book of World Records for the hardest people to kill on the planet, because they have to shoot themselves several times in the chest and shit. Boom. Oh, that hurt. I'm not looking forward to doing this again. Boom! Just insane. And they want us to believe that shit, right? They want us to, oh yeah, he shot himself in the head 3 times. Popeye, what's up, Popeye? Glad to see you here, man. Oh, hey. Hey, Raziel and Popeye, thank you. That's awesome. Popeye the Sailor is our newest member, thanks to Raziel. That's cool as shit. I didn't even know you could do that. I really didn't. Yeah, that's cool as hell. Well, welcome to the club, Popeye. The very esteemed club of the Gen X Thinks members. Yeah. How many hours of work a week do you think is healthy, Armored Ghost? It depends on the work. If it's indoors in a cubicle, high stress, 0. If it's outdoors, physically active, probably somewhere between 40 and 60, somewhere like that. Just and depending on the level of work, the difficulty of the work, lifting up heavy objects is not good. You know what I mean? For your back and stuff like that. Doing repetitive shit, like if you're out there just hoeing, bent over hoeing for 8 hours a day, or shit, that's not healthy to do. Just repetitive shit and real heavy shit is not healthy, I don't think. But, being active and moving around, I don't know if there is a limit to how much of that is good for you. I think all you can stand. But so it would depend on the work, the level of physical work. But outside, I think the sky's the limit, as long as you're not damaging your body. But inside, I think, I don't know. I don't think that's healthy at all. People need to be outside and maybe inside in kind of a relaxed environment, and without high pressure and people crying about their damn, where you can just do your job and do it as well as you can and get it done, and without people bitching at you and crying about their lot in life and all this other bullshit, all that office politics bullshit. That's just bad for mental and physical health, I think. Joe P, what's up, Joe P? Living and active, hey. Oh yeah, Bug's Life, yeah. Yeah, Miko, yeah. That's what we're living in. A Bug's Life. If y'all haven't seen that, it's where the grasshopper, is, the one ant is bucking against the system, and the one grasshopper says, it's just one ant, and the grasshopper, lets a load of acorns down on him and shit, but he basically says it's one ant, but if that shit spreads, there are thousands of them, and our way of life will be over. Yeah. Yeah, bacon grease is the essence of life. You can't argue with that. That's wisdom, Crab Man. That's straight up wisdom. That's some Dalai Lama shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Crab Man should be up there on a damn frozen mountaintop, sitting Indian style with a tray of bacon and shit, contemplating the complexities of life with bacon grease running down his chin. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's some stoic shit there, Crab Man. Yeah, yeah, I've done that. AF tried to cook steak in olive oil. That shit, no, that shit don't work. Yeah, you got to cook low and slow with olive oil. Raziel, olive oil, but I don't even cook with it anymore. But I'll put it on my shit. I'll put it on my food. I eat olive oil on my salads and stuff. So yeah, olive oil is supposed to be really good for you. And I just like olives. I'll eat olives, the green ones, the black ones. I like olives. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Shannon, your mom never bought all that fake shit. Okay, butter is butter. Yeah. And I think she was ahead of her time. I I prefer, honestly, I prefer just to cook that shit out on the grill. To be that's just the way I prefer to cook steak and stuff like that is on the grill. I'm getting behind on my chat here. Crabman sitting on a hill in the Ozarks. All right. Mike Fleisner, what's up, Mike? My boy Mike. All right. My favorite winter drinks. I love eggnog, Armored Ghost. I just love eggnog. And my wife makes this absolute killer. What's that called? Hot apple cider with the. She puts a cinnamon stick in there and shit, and I don't know what she does, but that shit is so good. Yeah. So my wife's hot apple cider and eggnog, but I don't know what the hell's in there. I need to figure out. Maybe I'll do that this winter. Is figure out how to make my own eggnog so I can make it my damn self. I don't like buying that shit from the store. I don't like buying anything from the store nowadays. Oh, okay. Living, excuse me. Supposed to get 8 inches over the weekend. Oh, that could be good or bad depending on the situation. But I wish we could get, shit, I wish we could get a half inch here in Florida. Well, Central Florida. We're just too far south, though. Good morning, Living. Glad to see you here. Oh, you have a couple inches on the ground, Roz? Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, rocker. I think so. That's what I've heard. Grandma was a bootlegger, and then she switched to oleo margarine smuggler. That's awesome, dude. Pork underrated? Hell, I don't know. I'll eat the hell out of pork. I love pork. I don't know if it's underrated. It's not underrated in my house. A pig ain't got a chance around me. I'll eat the hell out of some pork. Yeah, I agree, crab man. It tastes better grilled. Yeah, see, that's high stress AF. Yeah, like a medical doctor, high stress, indoors. Yeah, you gotta put a limit on that shit. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, no sleep and stuff. I can't imagine how stressful that shit would be. Lives on the line, no fresh air, no sunshine, just straight up stress. So yeah, I'm surprised that they let it go 40 hours a week. I'm surprised it's not like 20 or 30, something like that. Yeah, Raziel, a pork chop a day keeps Sharia law away. Yeah. Bacon is love. Yeah, Trip. Oh, all right. Eggs, milk. Is it the whole egg or like just part of the egg, just the yolk or just the white? But eggs, milk, cocoa, nutmeg, cinnamon, sugar, and other spices. Okay. So I can make that myself, huh? So yeah, I'm probably gonna make some myself this holiday season. I'll drink some of that in between my wife's hot apple cider. Yeah, eggnog's good. I love eggnog. That's my shit. I like almost like liquid ice cream. You know what I mean? That stuff is good. Oh, okay. Make eggnog all year round at the nursing home? That'd be cool. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I like honey. It's just I don't know about where you are, but honey is just so damn expensive. You can't keep, I can't anyway. I can't keep honey on the and use it in everything, but I would. So, but I use coconut sugar which may not have all of the health benefits as as honey, but I don't think it has anywhere near the bad health. What's the opposite of benefits? It's not as harmful as sugar, regular table sugar, or that high fructose corn syrup shit. So yeah, I use coconut sugar just because I can't afford honey. I love honey. With Dewar's Scotch harness. Living pork is even cheaper than chicken. Yeah, that is weird. Yeah, but I love pork. I'll get those pork loins. Once in a while, they'll be buy one get one free at the store, and I'll get a couple of them, and I'll throw one in the crock pot, with a bunch of vegetables and stuff, and I'll eat that for a week. Yeah, I love pork loin and bacon and ham. I don't know, pickled pig's feet. Yeah, that too. I love it all. I don't know if there's any pork that I don't like. Maybe some sausage that because they put all kinds of weird spices and shit in sausage sometimes. So maybe some sausage might exist that I don't like. Me, Armored Ghost. I don't. I have probably drank eggnog with alcohol in it at some point in the past, but I don't drink it with alcohol in it. I just like the eggnog. I just drink eggnog. I don't. I'm sure that maybe like Trip said with the brandy or but I don't know. I wouldn't be against trying it again with some bourbon or some brandy in it. But me personally, I've just always loved eggnog since I was a little kid. I loved it, and I never, I would just buy it and drink it my whole life. I never felt the need to put anything else in it. If I wanted, if I wanted some alcohol, I'd drink that separate. I just like eggnog. Oh, vanilla milkshake with every meal? Oh, okay, you're underweight. All right, Shannon. That makes sense. Okay, Raziel, yeah. Oh, Trip has bees. That's cheating, Tripwire. Yeah, that's another thing I want though. I'd love to have a couple of beehives and harvest my own honey. And yeah, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about right there, Tripwire. Tripwire has that's That's one of my goals. Tripwire has his own bees. You can't get any better than that, dude. You have. I hope you have some fruit trees. Trip. That'd be awesome. Yeah, it's almost breakfast time, Rusty. Yeah, get you some bacon, dude. We'll all go up to Crabman's and get some of his bacon. Yeah, yeah, it would be living because the it's got a kind of a roasted nutty taste. Just a slight little hint of it. It's not real strong. You can smell it better than you can taste it, but yeah, it would be good in eggnog. I've always heard that crab man that honey's an immune booster and kind of what is it, an allergy? It helps with allergies or something because it's got like little microscopic parts of the pollen or something in it that kind of gets you adjusted to the pollen. Hay fever or something, I don't know, but I've always heard it was good for you in one of those. Oh, you had ham and turkey, Mike? This year we only had the turkey, so we'll probably have ham for Christmas if we don't have Chinese again. If I had the space, would I have a pig as a pet? Yeah, yeah, I don't see why not. Yeah, I heard that. I've heard that, and I've seen really smart pigs. So yeah, they're really smart. I would. I've always been kind of interested in having odd pets. You know, like a skunk or a possum or a pig or a raccoon or something like that. So yeah, yeah, I would keep a pig as a pet, especially if it's a really smart one. And holy shit, 40 hours of shift, 120 hours a week. That's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Now, and will you be fired if you just left? Yeah, that's crazy. But that's, people, I don't know. That's insane. That takes away your whole life and stuff. I understand that, AF, that, people are drawn to be doctors and all that. But most people probably don't even appreciate y'all working 120 damn hours a week doing that shit. So, yeah, that must be difficult. And I've heard, you've heard like the stats that doctors actually have a low life expectancy and stuff. And I think that's why, because you're worked so hard. It's such a high stress job for so many hours. It's insane. Y'all need time to live. Oh, vanilla too. All right, living. Yeah, the pet pig would be gone as soon as the price of bacon got too high. Yeah, trip. Yeah, $1.99 a pound, and that's insane that that's cheap now. I remember when I wouldn't pay, I would not pay over $1 a pound for meat because that just seemed crazy to me. I remember that in the early 2000s or something, whatever it was, before the recession and all that. Uh, no, if that shit was $1.50 a pound, that seemed like it was ridiculous, and I wasn't paying that much. And now $1.99 a pound is ridiculously cheap. That's how fast this shit's moving. How fast they're robbing us with this inflation. Yeah, it's insane. Oh, have beekeepers drop off hives? I watched a documentary of that about the hive collapse disorder or something like that, and the beekeepers that were doing that. Yeah, I didn't even know that was a thing until I watched that documentary. Oh, cool trip. Yeah. Okay, mead too. Yeah, I forgot about mead. Yeah, Yeah, living, yeah, that pasteurized bullshit, and it's hard to tell the difference now because it comes out of China, and it's not. They can just put whatever they want on the labels, and who's gonna know? They're gonna take that shit and break it down to the molecular level to make sure that it's absolute 100% honey like it says on the label. No, they're gonna put that shit on store shelves and sell it to you. So yeah, it's hard to tell. That's why I'm not a big fan of honey bought off of store shelves. And you can go buy a gallon of it at the food market or whatever, the farmer's market, but for $80 or something. So it's just real expensive, and it's a tough thing to buy to keep around if like tripwire, if you don't have your own hives. But I would like to get, when I have time, I would really like to have my own hives and the room. A raccoon would jump on your dad's back from the roof harness. That's pretty cool, dude. Yeah. Yeah. That shit used to be dirt cheap, dude. Crap, man. Yeah. It was dirt cheap. And we could eat good food and with at a decent price. You could afford to go to the store and buy you some food, and you didn't have to worry about what was in it and shit. There for a while, it was okay. And now it's just completely ridiculous. All right, everybody. Um, Jeff 7, you just getting here, dude? We're about to wrap it up, dude. I got to get ready for work. Oh, get your honey from the Amish. Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. All right. So I'm gonna say goodbye, everybody. I gotta go get ready for work. Uh, that'll give Jeff 7 a chance to say hi to everybody. Armored Ghost, Crabman, Jeff 7, Chad's Wonderful Walking Tours. Hey, Chad, what's up, dude? Unless you've been listening in the whole time, we're about to wrap it up. Say goodbye to Bucky, Raziel, Joe P, my boy Mike Fleisner, Living and Active, Rusty Doob, Popeye, Shannon, AF. Who else we got here? Did I say Crabman already? Tripwire, Armored Ghost, Arnis. We had quite a few people in the chat this morning. For a Saturday morning, early Saturday morning, that's pretty good. I love these damn live streams, hanging out with y'all and chatting with y'all and discussing stuff. And uh, a lot of times with your feedback, I realize I'm not as crazy as I thought. I won't say I'm completely sane, but I'm not as crazy as I thought. Rocker, goodbye, Rocker. Glad you showed up, man. Okay, who else we got? Dog Karma. I said Armored Ghost already. Okay, I think I got everybody. If I forgot your name, I apologize. Raziel. What? Member one. Well, thank you, Roz. I appreciate it, buddy. Thanks again. But before I sign completely off, I want to show y'all. This is Living in Active's YouTube channel. Here's the their little icon there, so you can recognize it when you see it. That's Living in Active. Got a pretty interesting little channel over there, and it's worth checking out if y'all would. Not, if here's the thing with YouTube. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to Living and Active. If you don't, if it's not something you're going to watch, then don't worry about subscribing, because that could actually hurt them in the algorithm. Okay, it's one thing people might not understand. So if it's something that you'll enjoy and that you'll watch, please subscribe to Living and Active. But either way, please go check it out. Check out that channel and see whether or not it's something you might enjoy in the future. Okay. But the whole thing with just building up subscribers, that actually hurts, because you have a bunch, if you have 100 subscribers and none of them watch your shit, then YouTube knows that, and it actually hurts in the algorithm. So but please go check it out, and if it's something you're interested in, please subscribe. Neat channel. I'm not going to sit here and talk about the subjects, because they're kind of like me. Living and Active is kind of like me with a broad subject matter. So, but go check it out, please, and I would appreciate that. I am a subscriber, and me and my wife have started watching this channel. Really cool channel. I enjoy it. So please give that a look for me if you would. And as far as that goes, we've already got new members, so thanks again, Roz and Popeye, for that, and I appreciate that. Your support is so appreciated. I can't even tell you how much I appreciate your support. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you have the best holiday season in the world, the best holiday season possible. And I guess that's good. I won't go through the rest of my spiel. Although I've come to realize that my spiel gives y'all time to say goodbye and stuff on the chat. So my spiel at the end of my episodes are pretty good. There is a silver lining to hear me spout all that marketing BS at the end. So. But today I don't feel like it. so y'all better hurry up and say your goodbyes. All right, everybody. So I really hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. I hope y'all are getting fat on leftovers in the days afterward, just like I am. I'm trying to. Me and the dogs. And I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. I'm going to do my best here with Gen X Thinks to add to your happiness and your joy this holiday season. I might not be the best at it, but I'm trying my best. All right. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me. I love these live streams. Tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern Time will be our next one, and I'll leave you there with that. As always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.